All right, let's start off with your name and tell me how you heard about Ibogaine.
My name is Dahlia. Originally, I heard about Ibogaine from a Law and Order SVU episode. I didn't really give it too much merit. I didn't really think that maybe it was true. I thought it was something they kind of made up. But it sounded really cool, and then I don't know what happened. About 6 years later, it kind of popped into my head. And I just kind of looked it up, and I was like, oh, this shit is real. And people are saying it actually really works. And I thought it would be a really good thing for me to try.
Nice. What were your reasons?
Well, for me, I have a really intense chronic pain condition. It's like kind of like a rheumatoid, systemic inflammatory sort of illness called Behçet syndrome. So I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time. I'm in the hospital frequently, bedridden, blah, blah, blah. So over the past 6 years, I've kind of been on more and more and more opiates. I started out small, tramadol, that kind of stuff, and then methadone and all this other stuff, and then eventually Opana, and now I was on 250, 300 milligrams of Dilaudid a day, which, for those of you who don't know, is a whole hell of a lot. Most people take maybe at the most 8 milligrams a day, maybe, And for me, I do have a really legitimate reason to be on pain medication, but it got really out of control. I mean, I've kind of been living my last 5 years in a dream state, It's just kind of, I haven't been very present. I felt happy, everything was cool, it was chill, but I wasn't awake for my life, if that makes sense.
Sure does. So how do you feel today?
Fucking amazing. I feel great. It's, a lot of the testimonials about Ibogaine that I've heard are all just, totally peachy keen and, don't have any of the negative stuff. I don't want people to think that it's all perfect and, hunky-dory, because I kind of came down here thinking that, oh, this is going to be a total walk in the park. I've done way many hallucinogens in my younger years. I always enjoyed them, and it's not an easy thing. I may have made a little bit of a mistake where you're supposed to wait until you're withdrawing to start taking the Ibogaine, and I had so much Dilaudid in my system that I probably could have waited another 24 hours before I started withdrawing, and maybe that was not so good, but I just was antsy to get going, and it was really interesting. The flood state was really cool. That part was awesome. The visions were really interesting. I had a lot of hallucinations. The first hallucination I had was everything was black with these gray ghostly figures coming towards you, and I really was seeing my life flash before my eyes and all that kind of stuff. But the first hallucination was this worm just kind of coming towards my mouth, and I was okay, this is the Ibogaine, I'm just gonna breathe it in and accept this, even though it looked really creepy. And yeah, I just was seeing a lot of really weird shit. And that part was cool, but then the next day it was really bad. I guess I had a couple gray days basically, and I felt like I was gonna die. I hurt so badly and was so miserable and just was crying, and you really can't sleep. There is you cannot sleep at all, and that was really challenging for me. But today I think is maybe the third day afterwards, and this morning I woke up and all of a sudden I got 7 hours of sleep last night, which is incredible, and now I feel amazing. It's in a lot of the testimonials, people really talk about feeling like someone's taken a broom and swept all the shit out of their brain, all the bad stuff, and I really do feel like that. I feel clean, really clean, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to go back on opiates because of my pain, I hope not, but if I do, instead of taking hundreds of milligrams, I can take 4 milligrams. I think it's really good for people who have chronic pain and have to take a lot of opiates, and I think it's probably even better for people who have a really bad addiction problem.
Nice. What else would you like to say?
This place is beautiful. Lex is amazing. The food is really, really good. I've eaten a lot of pineapple. It's just a really beautiful place and really relaxing, and I would really recommend that anyone who is struggling with addiction or with keeping their pain medication to a tolerable amount to really come try this, because, I mean, I can already just tell that it's, like, so helpful for me. Like, I still feel a little bit, like, weak and shaky, but, like, I feel good. My brain feels good. Like, I'm happy. I can feel my natural endorphins kicking in. Like, the opiates are gone from my brain. Yeah, it's amazing. And for me, like, it was really important. Like, I had a lot of reasons. You know, I wanted to be present with my family and my friends, and I wanted to go back to school, and I couldn't have done that with such an opiated brain. And especially my work, I work in the adult industry, and opiates kill your sex drive, and if you do porn and you fuck for a living, it's, like, really, really challenging to make that happen. So for me, like, I used to love sex, and then there was a while that it was, like, not so important to me, and, you know, I want that to be important to me again, because I like sex, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, to all your fans,
well, thank you to all my fans for supporting me for all these years. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really hope that you liked my first boy-girl video with Mickey Mod. He's a good friend of mine. He's awesome. Go watch it on burningangel.com. You can follow me on Tumblr at www.missadahlia, missadahlia.tumblr.com.
all right. Thank you. Bye.